As with most things in life, there's an easy way and a hard way to do things. The easy way to install your new stubby antenna is to unscrew the old antenna with pliers if necessary, and then reinstall the new stubby antenna. As you can see here, the old antenna is threaded and has a square body that needs to be removed. If you remove this correctly, you can simply reinstall the new stubby antenna by screwing it on. Congratulations, it was probably no more than a 5-minute job. And now for the hard way. As sad as it is to say, the antenna on the E46 is very fickle and or brittle and does tend to break right at the base. So as I went to remove my threaded portion, I end up snapping off the bottom piece in the antenna base. I tried to drill it out to no avail, so I really need to replace the entire base at this point. To do that, I need to gain access to the driver's side of the trunk by removing the plastic compartments and the trunk light, and then ultimately the trunk liner. The trunk light is removed by pushing the little tab to the outside of the vehicle, and then you can remove the entire trunk liner. The next step is to remove the trunk bracket, at least for convertibles. The bracket does have a hole which theoretically you can get an extender up into, but I was not able to. It was much easier to just remove the bracket. It's two 13mm nuts and a 13mm bolt. Now that the bracket is out of the way, you can remove the old antenna base, which is held on by one 8mm nut. This 8mm nut is also holding up the electronics necessary for the antenna, your phone and your radio. It's a box that has a couple connectors, it's silver, and is a little bit bigger than a deck of cards. As you loosen this 8mm bolt, this electronic box will fall down, so be kind of careful. Additionally, the electronics box has magnets in it and will try to kidnap your bolt. It's useful to know this so that maybe you can use your fingers to do the last couple turns and you won't have your bolt kidnapped. Once you've removed your bolt, you can go ahead and remove the old antenna base, clean up around where it sits, and get ready to install the new one. Go ahead and line up the notches on your new antenna base with the body of the car. It can only go on one way. Then, use a piece of tape to stick your 8mm nut to your socket. This is because, as mentioned before, the electronics box has magnets inside of it and will kidnap your bolt, and then you have to undo the electronics box to get it back. Ask me how I know. Line up the electronics box, put the 8mm bolt back on, and you should be good to go. Lastly, reinstall the bracket, the trunk liner, the trunk light, and the plastic bins, and enjoy your new sleek look.